We have a community-focused doubleheader for you today. Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza will join us in just a bit. But first, our weekly one-on-one with Rhode Island Education Commissioner Angélica Infante-Green. Target 12 investigator Steph Machado chatted with her a little bit earlier this afternoon. Here's part of their conversation.
Education Commissioner Angélica Infante-Green, thank you for joining us as you do every week.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I want to start by asking you about one of the biggest headlines from yesterday, which had to do with the latest plan for vaccine distribution in Rhode Island. Teachers had really hoped that they would get priority as sort of essential workers that are out in the world, but the state decided to go with a much more simple plan, really, that's just age, underlying conditions, and then there is going to be some acceleration in hard-hit communities. Do you agree with this decision? You've been pushing hard to keep schools open, and having healthy teachers is part of that. Do you wish that teachers could have been prioritized a bit more?
Well, we've always been advocating for teachers to be front and center in terms of vaccines. However, there's a reality. The state is only receiving 14,000 vaccines a week, which means that's 2 doses, that's 7,000 people a week that you can, if you really think about it that way. So decisions have to be made. The good thing is, though, with phase 2, it's for anyone that's 55 age or older or live in a hard-hit community. It's about 58% of K-12 teachers and staff are fall in those categories. So that's a pretty large number for phase 2. So we're excited about that. Obviously, if more vaccines become available, we will continue to make sure that we advocate for teachers being front and center.
And that's good that a large chunk of teachers are going to fall in those categories, but it's not really that encouraging for the other 42% of teachers who know that they might not get it. You know, if you're in your 40s, your 30s, or your 20s, and you're a teacher, you might not get the vaccine now until the school year is over. If you don't have,
I don't know. We don't know that because this new administration is prioritizing that. So I think that we just have to wait and see. The moment more vaccines become available, we will expedite it. Well, not we, the Department of Health will expedite it. So I think that that's really important, especially in the hard-hit areas. I think that that's where there's a lot of concern. But, you know, our data still says what it says about being in schools. But we want to make teachers a priority. I think that it's important for us. But, you know, we have to, the way that Dr. Alexander Scott has explained it to me has been, you know, they're trying to keep people out of the hospital and people that are, you know, at risk of really being affected in a very negative way.
Speaking of Lieutenant Governor McKee, have you spoken to him about staying on with his administration?
Yes. We just spoke recently, and we had a very positive conversation.
Did you ask him, do you want to stay for the remainder of the 2 years of his term? Did you ask him about that?
That if I wanted to stay?
Yeah, and assuming he wants to keep you.
Yes, we talked about that. I do want to stay. I made a commitment to Rhode Island, and we are seeing some changes, and I'm excited about that. And he, yes, would like me to stay. So I think we're looking forward to different opportunities, to continuing the work that we've started, and to see things propel forward. So I'm looking forward to the partnership.
And right now you can watch the full conversation with the commissioner at WPRI.com. You can also hear her thoughts on the 3-year charter school moratorium.